Welcome to the grand review of Zuchi's Legacy, the newest civilization for Age of Empires 4 coming on November the 14th. Now, this is a new civ, but it is a variant civilization. We already had the Chinese, and this is going to be taking a lot of those things that you would know and love from the base faction. You can see these images. This looks very, very, very familiar. But there's going to be a few new things that might just pique your interest. Of course, new landmarks, sometimes some new mechanics. So let's get into it. We've got our hands on some information regarding this new civilization. So sit back and relax. I'm going to read to you what we have about this civilization. And make sure you pre-order this on Steam if you have not already to try out all these new civs when they come out. Zuchi's Legacy, the Chinese, is a variant of Age of Empires 4 Chinese civilization and available with the Sultans Ascend expansion. The teachings of philosopher Zuchi reshapes the Chinese civilization. With Zuchi's Legacy, the Chinese boast a sophisticated administration with superior imperial officials and advanced technology. So your imperial officials get a big buff. The brimming treasury helps to establish powerful dynasties and research a breadth of unique technologies. Recruit palace guards, Zugnus, and grenadiers early on to protect the empire. So perhaps going to be seeing some of those unique units that you know for the Chinese a little bit earlier. Perhaps what could be changing about the dynasty system? Take a look at this lovely artwork as always. These some images that were shared for us with this new civilization. Playing Zuchi's Legacy. Zuchi's Legacy is a technological powerhouse. The Chinese always have been, really. The early bonuses in the Tang and Song dynasties help the civilization advance faster and build towards a bountiful economic foundation. That doesn't sound very different from what we already know, right? With this strong industrial framework, they can field vast amounts of dynasty units early in the game. So they keep talking about that, right? You're going to have access to these dynasty units maybe a little earlier than you're used to. Combined with the Palace Guard being available in, whoa, the Feudal Age. Look at that bad boy. He's going to be out there in the Feudal Age. Zuchi's Legacy can amass great armies of unique units with ease. There are many options for improving the Zuchi's Legacy's Imperial officials with unique upgrades such as faster movement, higher build limits, and improving the supervisability. So all the things that you know about that Imperial official, it's going to get a little bit of a buff and you can improve it even further. So going to give you a unique little thing to work on. Of course, this civilization is a harder civilization, I would say, just because you've always had to micro that Imperial official, but it's going to maybe reward that even a little more for you Chinese mains. You know Aussie Drongo's going to be salivating over this civilization. With Imperial officials catapulting Zuchi's Legacy into the mid-game, the Yuan dynasty synergizes with a strong economy by helping produce more military units. In the Imperial Age, Zuchi's Legacy offers strategic choices for unit upgrades available via landmarks. As per usual, the Ming dynasty improves unique units, making Zuchi's Legacy a force to be reckoned with in the late game. A lot of that sounds kind of generic to me, right? We've got, of course, the building is going to improve units. We're going to have special units. I think the biggest thing stands out to me really is going to be those Imperial officials and those dynasty units just being available earlier than we're used to. Let's talk about the Zuchi's units at a glance. You've got the early Palace Guard. So we already saw that bad boy. There he is. The Palace Guard is available in the Feudal Age, Age 2. Now, typically you couldn't get this till the Castle Age for Zuchi's Legacy instead of the Castle Age. This fast infantry unit creates opportunities for early skirmishes. Now, the Palace Guard is always known for a man-arm that's a little bit, has lighter armor, but is faster. And right now we have other civilizations with man-arms in the Second Age, certainly. But I almost feel like, is this going to function almost similar to how a Musafati warrior almost does a little bit in the Second Age, where you've got, here's a little bit of a boss that can move very quickly. Now, of course, it's going to have more armor than a Musafati warrior, but perhaps could be used for some cool raiding, as always. And then we have the next unit, the Imperial Guard and Yuan Raider. So I don't know if we've got an image of this. Oh, I think it's over here. There we go. Yeah, the Imperial Guard and the Yuan Raider. So you take a look at these bad boys. The Imperial Guard and Yuan Raider become available once Dynasty Protectors is researched at Zuchi's library landmark. A lot to take in there. Of course, we'll go through this civilization breakdown once I can show you all the video and everything for this, which will be coming very, very soon. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click the button. These powerful cavalry units complement the infantry forces of Zuchi's legacy by providing unique characteristics in battle. So you can see they've got shields, they've got their swords. Of course, just like every other civilization, you basically have a unique knight, a unique horseman. That's what you're going to see here. You've got the Yuan Raiders, and then you've got the Imperial Guard, which if look at this. He's a badass. Look at him. Oh my gosh. There's those Raiders. Look at those green colors. Beautiful. Let's keep moving along. Let's talk about through the ages. From age 1, okay? So listen closely, and it's probably, honestly, going to make a lot more sense for you once we get into this actual civ when it does come out. From age 1, the Tang Dynasty enables the Zuchi's legacy to build cheaper landmarks. So cheaper landmarks. They also start the game with an Imperial official, kind of somewhat like the HRE, for fast access to both taxes and the supervise ability. Let's see if we can see one of those Imperial officials. There's one for you. Of course, going out to Shade. And if you're not too familiar with this, if you haven't played China a ton, Imperial official, it can supervise buildings to produce a greater yield for anything dropped off. And over time, these buildings generate taxes. And then the Imperial officials go around. It's gold, and you can pick up gold from the drop-off points and deposit it into your bank. In age 2, Zuchi's legacy can build the meditation gardens. I think we've seen that there. I think that's it. That certainly looks like a garden to me. I'm going to call that the meditation garden. An economic landmark that generates resources based on what is nearby. Build enemy units disrupt, but enemy units disrupt the peace and reduce its income. Oh man, don't mess with the peace. So this is going to be a landmark based off of the resources nearby. So it's going to matter where you set it. Kind of similar to the Aachen one, a little bit away, but I think it'll be a little bit different. Don't want enemy units get close by. It's going to debuff it. Constructing both landmarks will unlock the powerful Song Dynasty, which makes all economic buildings cheaper. So that's almost similar to the Abbasid economic wing upgrades, right? Making all economic buildings cheaper. That's going to be very different from what the Song Dynasty does right now with regular China, whatever you want to call it, where you have faster training villagers. As you're going to have cheaper economic buildings. Maybe you're going to have more town scenarios. You're going to have cheaper houses, cheaper mining camps, cheaper granaries, cheaper, villages, all that stuff. That really adds up. That's a lot of savings. In age 3, Zuchi's legacy construct the Montlu Academy landmark, and I think that's what we're looking at here, which adds food to tax income. So in addition to getting your food, you're going to be getting some taxes. And look at these guys. It includes powerful technologies that improve the Imperial official. So that's how you're going to upgrade your Imperial official. The Shaolin Monastery opens up production of the Shaolin monk. So there it is right there. That's going to be the Shaolin mark. I think this is the Shaolin Monastery, and that's going to be the Shaolin Monk, a powerful martial arts master capable of enduring even the fiercest of attacks. So, you could take some guesses. Probably low armor, very fast attack is what I would expect to see there. But it also says powerful enduring even the fiercest of attacks. So maybe they'll just be straight up Chads. And then let's look. There you go. I think that's what we're seeing here is those Shaolin monks. In age 4, Zuchi's legacy has access to Zuchi's library, a landmark which houses many powerful technologies. However, only a few can be chosen to research. So you're going to have some cool techs you can get, but you got to decide which ones you want. You're not going to get them all. So you're going to have to kind of choose your own adventure from that point. The Temple of the Sun landmark has 4 powerful toggles which globally improve specific units. So you're gonna have a building that you're going to activate to improve your units. So you can either take a building that's going to give you access to these techs, or you can go the route where you're going to be looking to add buffs to your active units out on the field. But with that, guys, that is pretty much all we have so far about Zuchi's legacy. Let me know what you think about this variation. Of course, you can see, looking at this image, you might think this was just the Chinese you know and love from Age of Empires 4. But as you can see, a lot of the things with Dynasty, there's going to be some different units, some Imperial official changes, so just slight tweaks. And that's why, after all, it is a civilization variant. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, there's going to be new civilizations information coming out every week, so make sure you have subscribed to the channel. Go back, check out my Byzantines info from 2 days ago, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.